Hello everybody, welcome to Sunya IAS. We are having the topic wise discussion of previous year questions of CSAT, that is paper 2 of prelims. We are discussing the topic of ordering and sequencing that comes under the section of logical reasoning. ठीक है? So this topic we have discussed many questions till the last lecture, and today we will be solving the remaining questions which have been asked in the previous years. So as I told you कि ये topic बहुत important topic है. Till now approximately, yesterday only I told you कि approximately 60 plus questions have been asked from this topic in last 12 years. So approximately 5 questions per year have been asked from this topic. That makes this topic very important. Also I have told you in earlier lectures कि इस टॉपिक में कोई ऐसा की कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, कोई फॉर्मूला नहीं है, कोई ट्रिक नहीं है. द ओनली थिंग विच वी नीड टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन ऑफ दिस टॉपिक इज प्रैक्टिस. सर हैज कवर्ड दिस टॉपिक in 2 levels, basic level and advanced level, and that you can access that video from my subscription section and then you can see this topic. So my suggestion would be कि आप सर के वीडियो से एक बार go through हो जाइए and then you will be seeing my lecture. Then I think your all doubts will be cleared and you will be able to solve all the questions of this topic. So we will start the first question of today's lecture. We have discussed till now, I think, till question number 41, 2. Okay, till question number 42 we have discussed. So this was the last question that we discussed yesterday. This question was asked in the year 2014, and in this question there was this one key line was there about which I was talking कि ये जो line है ये थोड़ा सा confusing line है, and you need to understand कि इसमें what this line meant. The paper setter does not like to ask about F as he has written a book on F, but he likes F. So there is a difference between does not like to ask about and in liking. कि he likes F as a person, he likes F, but F के बारे में वो question नहीं पूछना चाहता है. He doesn't like to ask about the question about F. So we have solved this question. And today we will be starting with question number 43. And this question number 43 is again asked in the year 2014. So we'll read the question. In a group of 6 women, there are 4 dancers. So we'll start underlining the key points. In a group, there are 4 dancers, 4 vocal musicians, 1 actress, and 3 violinists. Then there are 6 women, right? ठीक है? Girija and Vanja are among the violinists. So, Girija and Vanja, while Jalja and Shailaja do not know how to play in the violin. Shailaja and Tanuja are among the dancers. Then again, Jalja, Vanja, Shailaja, Tanuja are all vocal musicians, and 2 of them are also violinists. If Pooja is an actress, who among the following is certainly a dancer and a violinist? Okay, so this is the question. So as we can see कि यहाँ पे there are so many variables involved, and I have told you while solving such questions what you do. आप एक टेबल बना लेते हो, because स्टेटमेंट से इंफॉर्मेशन एक्सट्रैक्ट करना जो कि आपके क्वेश्चन के रिलेवेंट हो इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. यू विल नॉट गेट एन आइडिया कि शैलजा, जलजा और वनजा, whoever the persons are, कौन किसमें स्ट्रांग है, कौन वायलिन बजा रहा है, कौन एक्ट्रेस है, कौन क्या कर रहा है. बट व्हेन यू विल मेक अ टेबल, देन इट वुड बी इजी फॉर यू टू गेट द इंफॉर्मेशन आउट ऑफ दीज स्टेटमेंट्स. सो आई जस्ट, if these names are very big, Girja, Vanja, Jalja, Shailja, so what we'll use, we will use abbreviations. If there is Girja, then we'll use G. If this is Vanja, we'll use V. This is Jalja, this is J. Shailja is S. Tanuja is T. Like this. So these all things will come with practice, and this will save a lot more time of yours, क्योंकि in examination even 30 seconds and 1 minute is having a lot more importance. तो इससे क्या होगा कि आपका टाइम बचेगा. And this is Pooja is P. So let's say these are the name of the persons. Then there are dancers, there is vocal musicians. This also you can use abbreviations D, VM, like this, but I'm just writing full, so there should not be any confusion. Actress, violinists. Okay, so there are Girja, Vanja, Jalja, Shailja, Tanuja, and the last one is Pooja, right? Okay, so Girija and Vanja are among the violinists. Girija and Vanja. So Girija and Vanja are violinists. So I'll tick the mark. बहुत बढ़िया कि both know how to play violin. While Jalja and Shailja do not know how to play the violin. So Jalja and Shailja, they do not know how to play violin. Right? So what I have told you, कि whatever the direct conditions are given, you use them as it is in the table, and if you find any indirect condition which you are not able to use in your table directly, आप उनको एक corner में लिख लो, and then once your table is filled with the direct informations given, then you use those indirect info to complete your table. ठीक है? तो अगर कोई indirect information आती है, then you should not think कि यार अरे इसको कैसे डालने नहीं, आप उसको साइड में लिख लो in your own language so that you can understand कि what you have written or what the conditions have been given, and then आप उसको अपने टेबल में यूज कर लो. So these are direct conditions कि ये इनको प्ले करना आता है और इनको प्ले करना नहीं आता है. Let's Shailja and Tanuja are among the dancers. So Shailja is a dancer, Tanuja is also a dancer, right? Jalja, Vanja, Shailja, Tanuja. Jalja, Vanja, Shailja and Tanuja are vocal musicians. Jalja, Vanja, Shailja, Tanuja. These are all vocal musicians. Jalja, Vanja, Shailja, Tanuja. ठीक है. And two of them are also violinists. अब क्या बोल रहा है कि out of this Jalja, Vanja, Shailja, Tanuja, there are two vocal musicians. ठीक है. Jalja, so this is an indirect information. So I'll just write it here कि Jalja, Vanja, Shailja, Tanuja, इनमें से कोई दो क्या हैं? Vocal musicians. Okay. So now if we see कि Vanja is are all, and two of them are also violinists. So no, these are violinists out of this violin. So out of these four, Jalja, Vanja, Shailja, Tanuja, there are two violinists. Okay. So if we see, Jalja doesn't know how to play violin, so she cannot play violin, right? Here Shailja also cannot play violin. This is given. This was given earlier. So Shailja also doesn't know how to play violin. So this is also wrong. So we can find that there are these two people, Vanja and Tanuja, left who can play violin. Vanja and Tanuja. So if we see, so there is already given that Vanja can play violin. So that is right. This is already given. Then remaining is Tanuja. So Tanuja can also violin. So we will tick mark this Tanuja. Fine. So this is how we use the indirect information in the question. Then if Pooja is an actress, so Pooja is an actress. So Pooja is an actress. Okay. If Pooja is an actress, who among the following is certainly a dancer and a violinist? Then in the exam what they are asking कि कौन सा इसमें dancer भी है and he or she knows to play violin as well. So what we know, we need to find dancer and a violinist. Fine, dancer and violinist. So if we see dancer, Shailaja is a dancer, so yeah, she is a potential answer. But we'll see whether Shailaja knows how to play violin or not. But here we can see that Shailaja doesn't play violin because this is already given. So yes, Shailaja cannot be an option. Then we see Tanuja, because there are only two dancers, Shailaja and Tanuja. Then Tanuja is a dancer, yes, and Tanuja can also play violin. That we got from this condition. So Tanuja can also play violin and Tanuja is also a dancer. So our answer would be this, Tanuja. So the option would be option D, that is Tanuja is the person who is a dancer and can play violin. So you can see how easy this question was. बस आपको टेबल बनानी थी, relevant information fill करनी थी, and then you will be finding the solution. Okay, so we'll move on to the next question. This question is again asked in the year 2014. So if you read the question, 4 persons, Alok, Bhupesh, Gharidhar and Dinesh have a total of ₹100 among themselves. Alok and Bhupesh between them have as much money as Chandar, and Dinesh between them, but Alok has more than Bhupesh and Chandar has only half the money that Dinesh has. Alok has in fact ₹5 more than Dinesh has. Who has the maximum amount of money? So I think there is some mistake here. This is not Gharidhar, this is Chandar. Yes, and there was this mistake in this question. Yeah, there are 4 persons, Alok, Bhupesh, Chandar and Dinesh. They have a total of ₹100. So let's say the abbreviation is Alok is A, Bhupesh is B, Chandar is C and Dinesh is D. So they have a total of ₹100. So if we see combinedly that A plus B plus C plus D, this has ₹100. Fine, this is given in the question. Now Alok and Bhupesh between them have as much as money as Chandar and Dinesh. That is, Alok and Bhupesh have as much money as Chandar and Dinesh. This is second condition, right? कि आलोक और भूपेश की मनी जितना टोटल मनी है that is equal to the total money of Chandar and Dinesh. So I think इन दो कंडीशन तो कोई प्रॉब्लम है नहीं. But Alok has more money than Bhupesh. That is, Alok has more money than Bhupesh. Alok is greater than Bhupesh in terms of money, right? This greater than is smaller than. I have told you कि once you choose the sign of greater than or smaller than, then you will write all the statements with the same sign format. ठीक है, अब मैंने यहाँ पे ग्रेटर देन यूज कर लिया है, तो अब मैं कोई भी स्टेटमेंट यूज करूंगा उसमें इसी साइन का यूज करूंगा. ठीक, तो दिस वाज जस्ट वन कॉन्सेप्ट. सो Alok's money is greater than Bhupesh. That is, Alok has more money than Bhupesh, and Chandar has only half the money that Dinesh has. मतलब चंदर के पास कितना है जितना दिनेश के पास है, इसका चंदर के पास हाफ है. Chandar has half the money. That is, if we double Chandar's money, that would be equal to Dinesh's money. So you can see this equation. How we wrote this equation? कि Chandar has half the money as Dinesh. तो Chandar के पास कम है, कितना कम है? आधा कम है. तो what will we do? कि if we double the Chandar's price, Chandar को हम उतना ही पैसा और दे दें, तो it would be equal to Dinesh money. ठीक. Alok has in fact ₹5 more than Dinesh has. Alok has ₹5 more than Dinesh has. तो that means Dinesh has ₹5 less than Alok. तो अगर हम दिनेश को ₹5 और दे दे, तो then he would be having equal amount of money as Alok. ठीक है. So these are the equations. Who has the maximum amount of money? So if we solve this equation, this is 2C is equal to D. Okay, 2C is equal to D. And if we see this, A plus B is equal to C plus D, A plus B is equal to C plus D. So if we write in this equation A plus B is equal to C plus D, then C plus D plus C plus D is equal to 100, then 2 times of C plus D is equal to 100, that is C plus D is equal to 50, right? That is Chandar and Dinesh has total amount 50. Now if we see कि 2C is equal to D, so we can replace here D as 2C. So if we write D as 2C, C plus 2C is equal to 50, then 3C is equal to 50, then C is equal to 50 by 3. C is equal to 50 by 3. If C is equal to 50 by 3, then what we do, we will put the C value here. Then D is equal to 2 times C. C is 50 by 3. 50 by 3. That is D is equal to 100 by 3. 100 by 3. Fine. So how we solve the equation? इधर से मैंने C plus D निकाल लिया. Already it is given कि 2C is equal to D. We replace D with 2C. We found the value of C. Then we put again C value here. Then we found the value of D. Okay. अच्छा. Now we see A plus B is equal to C plus D. C plus D is equal to 50. That is A plus B is equal to also equal to 50. Also, if you can see here, A is greater than D in this equation. A is also greater than B, that is given. A is equal to D plus 5 and A is equal greater than B. So now we found the value of D. D is 100 by 3 and here it is A is equal to D plus 5. So what would be the value of A? A is equal to D plus 5. D is 100 by 3 plus 5, that is 115 by 3. A is 115 by 3, right? If A is 115 by 3 and it is also given that A is greater than B. A is greater than B. So let's calculate कि B का वैल्यू क्या होगा. B का जो भी वैल्यू होगा A से कम होगा because A is greater than B. So obviously A is greater than B. This is given. What is C? C is 50 by 3. C is 50 by 3. That means A is also greater than C from here. And D is equal to 100 by 3. It is given कि A is greater than D also from this equation, or you can just write from here A is 115 by 3 and D is 100 by 3. So obviously A is greater than D. So if we see this equation, we can find that A is greater than everybody, means A has more money than anybody else, whether it is B, C or D. That is Alok has more money than either it is Bhupesh or Chandar or Dinesh. तो आलोक के पास सबसे ज्यादा पैसा है. तो हु हैज द मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ मनी? दैट इज आलोक. आप इंडिविजुअली भी निकाल सकते हो. आपने A, C और D का वैल्यू निकाल लिया है. यू जस्ट नीड टू कैलकुलेट B का वैल्यू. हाउ विल यू फाइंड B? हियर यू कैन सी A plus B is equal to C plus D. C plus D is already 50. 2C plus D, C plus D is equal to 50. That means if we write here, then A plus B is equal to 50. You know the value of A, that is 115 by 3. Then you can calculate the value of B. But you need not to do that because it is not asking about the order of the amount of money कि कौन सबसे ज्यादा है, कौन सेकंड नंबर पे, कौन थर्ड नंबर पे, कौन लास्ट पे, ये नहीं पूछ रहा है. इट इज जस्ट आस्किंग हु हैज द मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ मनी. तो मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ मनी में यू कैलकुलेटेड C and D and you know already A is greater than B. तो आप बस हमसे कंपेयर कर लोगे and you will be finding कि आलोक हैज द मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ मनी. कोई डाउट नहीं समझ आया? अच्छा, कुछ डाउटफुल नहीं है. यू जस्ट मेड दैट इक्वेशन. अब इसको सॉल्व करोगे और ये हो जाएगा. ठीक है. सो इफ यू फाइंड एनी डिफिकल्टी इन सॉल्विंग द इक्वेशन, यू जस्ट पॉज द वीडियो, थोड़ा सा पीछे जाके देख लेना तो आपको समझ आ जाएगा कि हाउ आई सॉल्व दिस इक्वेशन. स्टिल इफ यू फेस एनी डिफिकल्टी प्लीज लेट मी नो. आई वुड क्लैरिफाई द डाउट अगेन. वी विल मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. दिस इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 45. ओके. This question is asked again in the year 2014. Okay. So examine the following statements Just a second. George attends music classes on Monday. He attends mathematics classes on Wednesday. Literature classes are not on Friday. He attends history classes on the day following the day of his mathematics classes. On Tuesday, he attends his sports classes. If he attends just once in a day and his Sunday is free, then he's also free on. So what will I do? I'll just add a new slide here, and it would be easy for us to calculate. So what in this question they are asking? कि George attends music classes on Monday. So in this question, what is given? कि हर सब्जेक्ट का एक डे है जिस डे में that specific class occurs, and at the end he one line is given. He attends just one subject. Sorry. He attends just one subject in a day, and his Sunday is free. That means in a week, how many days are there? 7. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. ठीक है, Sunday is free. So he has 6 days with him. And also it is written just one subject in a day. तो जितने days होंगे उतने subject हैं, या जितने subject उतने days, क्योंकि एक दिन में एक ही subject पढ़ रहा है. तो let's see what are the subjects. One subject is music, mathematics, literature, history, and sports. So there are how many subjects? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ठीक है? That is, he has 5 subjects to read. And in a week, how many free days he is having? 6, because Sunday is free. That means उसका एक और दिन free होगा. Why? Because he has only 5 subjects to read, and one day में he is reading only one subject. So in 5 days he'll be reading 5 subjects. So he'll be having 2 days left. So those 2 days will be, one is Sunday and another we need to find out. Got it? तो ये क्वेश्चन में पूछ रहा है. तो अगेन देयर आर वेरिएबल्स सब्जेक्ट एंड डेज. सो व्हाट विल वी डू? हम क्या करते हैं, एक टेबल बनाते हैं एंड देन वी विल बी फाइंडिंग आउट. डायरेक्ट कंडीशन को डायरेक्ट टेबल पुट करेंगे, इनडायरेक्ट कंडीशन को विल राइट ऑन द साइड्स. ओके. Music classes on Monday. So if this is subject, subject is music and day is Monday. Mathematics on Wednesday. Mathematics on Wednesday. Literature on Friday. Literature classes are not on Friday. That means literature is not on Friday. So this is given. So you cannot use this information directly. इसलिए आपने इसको अलग से साइड में लिख दिया कि literature is not on Friday. So this is for my understanding कि जस्ट इसको मैं देखूंगा तो वो स्टेटमेंट का मतलब आ जाएगा समझ में. He attends history classes on the day following the day of his mathematics classes. जिस दिन उसकी मैथ क्लास होती है उसके अगले दिन he is having history classes. So if you can see, मैथमेटिक्स क्लासेस के डे के बाद उसकी हिस्ट्री होती है, मैथमेटिक्स वेंसडे को है, then it means हिस्ट्री है थर्सडे को. On Tuesday he attends sports classes. So sports classes Tuesday. So if we see कि कौन कौन से डेज बचे हैं, मंडे हो गया, ट्यूसडे हो गया, वेंसडे हो गया, थर्सडे हो गया. सो नाउ ही हैज 2 days रिमेनिंग, दैट इज फ्राइडे एंड सैटरडे. And he has studied 4 subjects in these 4 days. That means the only subject is left, that is literature. तो subject कौन सा बचा है? Literature. Now this literature he will study on any of the day. That is either he will be studying this on Friday or Saturday. अब मुझे पता करना है फ्राइडे करता है कि सैटरडे करता है, तो इट इज ऑलरेडी गिवन कि ही डजंट स्टडी लिटरेचर ऑन फ्राइडे, तो फ्राइडे नहीं होगा. दैट मीन्स ही इज स्टडिंग लिटरेचर ऑन सैटरडे. देन he is studying on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday. That means he is free on Friday. Sunday तो already free है, ये तो दिया हुआ है क्वेश्चन में. दूसरा वो Friday के दिन he is not studying anything, that is he is free on Friday. So that is our correct option. So कोई ऑप्शन दिया हुआ है क्या Friday? Yes, option D. Option D, Friday is given. So the correct option will be Friday. कोई दिक्कत इसमें नहीं? ठीक है. लेट्स नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. 4 friends A, B, C and D distribute some money among themselves in such a manner that A gets A gets 1 less than B, C gets 5 more than D, D gets 3 more than B. Who gets the smallest amount? ठीक है. Such a manner that A gets 1 less than B. A gets 1 less than B. तो अगर मुझे A और B को इक्वेट करना होगा, what will I do? A gets 1 less than B. That means I'll add 1, then it would be equal to B, right? C gets 5 more than D. That is, if we add 5 in D, then it would be equal to C. And D gets 3 more than B. That is, if we add 3 in B, then it would be equal, right? So if we find कि from here what we, क्योंकि we need to find who gets the smallest amount, तो अब मुझे कैलकुलेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है कि how much everybody is getting. We just need to find the relation कि A, B, C, D में सबसे ज्यादा और ये सबसे कम किसको मिल रहा है. तो in the question they are asking the smallest amount, तो what we need to find कि who is getting the smallest amount. तो हम क्या इसमें greater than और smaller than का साइन बस यूज कर लेते हैं. That would suffice for the solution of the question. तो A plus 1 is B. That is, A may be need to add 1, then it is equal to B. That is, here B is greater than A. You can see. Acha, here you can see if we are adding 5 in D, then it is getting equal to C. That is, C is greater than D. Again, I'll be repeating the same thing. Because I have chosen this greater than sign at the first instance, that's why I am using this greater than sign in the second statement also. We can write like this कि C is greater than D or D is less than C. This is also right, but we are not using this. Why? Because we have used this greater than sign at the first instance. And here you can see D is B is equal to plus 3. That is, if we are adding 3 in B, then we are getting D. So D is greater than B. You can see. So if we combine these two statements if we combine, so what we are getting? C is greater than D and D is greater than B. That is, C is greater than D is equal to greater than B. So from these two statements what we are getting कि C is greater than D is equal to greater than B, because D B से बड़ा है और D से बड़ा C है. So C is greater than D is greater than B. अच्छा, ये statement is also left. So if we add this also, B greater than A. So if we combine these two statements, what we will get? C is greater than D is greater than B and B से बड़ा है D और C and B किससे बड़ा है? A से. B is greater than A. So like this relationship will be formed. So C has the maximum amount of money, then D, then B, and who is having the smallest amount of money? That is A. So option would be option A. Fine. Any doubt in this question? No doubt. ठीक. Next question. Okay. This question is asked in the year 2013 and they have given you a passage and where they ask 3 questions out of this passage. That's why I told you that this topic is very important, because what happens, generally they give you a passage in these kind of questions. एक पैसेज दिया तो आपको उस एक पैसेज को सॉल्व करना है. That can take 3 to 5 minutes or maybe 7. उस एक पैसेज को आप टेबल बनाओगे, किसी भी तरह से सॉल्व करोगे, एंड देन यू विल बी गेटिंग 3 to 5 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम दैट पैसेज इटसेल्फ। तो एक पैसेज आपको मिनिमम 7.5 मार्क्स से मैक्सिमम 12.5 मार्क्स तक देके जाएगा इफ यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग द पैसेज, इफ यू आर एबल टू मेक द टेबल आउट ऑफ दैट पैसेज करेक्टली। इसलिए मैं बोलता हूं कि दिस टॉपिक नीड्स मोर अटेंशन, मोर प्रैक्टिस, क्योंकि ये श्योर शॉर्ट मार्क्स देके जाता है आपको, एंड टुवर्ड्स योर टारगेट ऑफ कट ऑफ उसकी तरफ ले जाता है बहुत आसानी से। दिस प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल। ठीक है, सो व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन? Examine carefully the following statements and answer the 3 items that follow. Out of 4 friends, A, B, C and D, A and B play football. Sorry. Out of 4 friends, A, B, C and D. So there are 4 friends, A, B, C and D, right? A and B play football and cricket. So sports दिए हुए हैं इसमें, ये फुटबॉल एंड क्रिकेट एक स्पोर्ट है, बी एंड सी प्ले क्रिकेट एंड हॉकी स्पोर्ट है, एंड डी प्ले बास्केटबॉल एंड फुटबॉल है, सी एंड डी प्ले हॉकी एंड बास्केटबॉल है। सो देयर आर हाउ मेनी स्पोर्ट्स? फुटबॉल, क्रिकेट, हॉकी एंड बास्केटबॉल। सो देयर आर 4 स्पोर्ट्स, फुटबॉल, cricket, hockey and basketball. There are 4 sports and how many numbers are of friends? There are 4 friends. ठीक है? So who does not play hockey? So these kind of questions. So what I'll do? I'll just make a table. So मैं फिर से वही करूंगा, एक न्यू स्लाइड ऐड कर देता हूं, should be easy. So यहां पे मैं फ्रेंड्स के नाम लिख देता हूं। अच्छा, while I make the table, you should also make the table with me. मेरे से पहले बना सकते हो तो और जल्दी बना लो, मैं तो आई एम टेकिंग द थिंग स्लोली, क्योंकि एवरीबडी शुड कम विद मी, है ना? आपको लगता है तो बिफोर मी यू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन, समझो, खुद से बनाओ, एंड देन टैली विद मी कि कहां आपने गलत किया या कहां मैंने गलत किया, जो भी है, and then it would be in your practice to make the table in a speedy manner. Sports कौन से हैं? फुटबॉल, क्रिकेट, हॉकी एंड बास्केटबॉल। There are 4 friends, A, B, C and D. Okay, so now we'll read the statement. A and B play football and cricket. A and B play football and cricket. So we will tick mark see what is given. A and B play football and cricket, right? B and C play cricket and hockey. B and C play cricket is already given, hockey. B and C play cricket and hockey. Fine. A and D play basketball and football. A and D play basketball and football. A and D play basketball and football. Right? तो इसमें कुछ भी डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, बस आपको थोड़ा फोकस के साथ ध्यान से करेक्ट जगह टिक मार्क करना है, क्योंकि अगर आपने क्वेश्चन वहां पढ़ा बास्केटबॉल एंड टिक लगा दिया हॉकी में, देन योर होल क्वेश्चन विल बी रॉन्ग। तो इसमें इतना ही है, प्रैक्टिस से, थोड़ा अटेंटिवली करने से, इफ यू फिल द करेक्ट डेटा, देन द थिंग्स विल बी गोइंग इन द राइट डायरेक्शन। देन C and D play hockey and basketball. C and D play hockey is already given, basketball. C and D play hockey and basketball. Right? So what is the question? Who does not play hockey? First question is who does not play hockey? So if we see who does not play hockey, B is playing hockey, C is playing hockey, D is playing hockey. That is A is not playing hockey. So the option would be yes, A. A is not playing hockey. That is option D. A is not playing hockey. How did we find it? From the table. A is not playing hockey. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. Who plays football, basketball and hockey? Who plays football, basketball and hockey? Who plays football, basketball and hockey? So if we say football, basketball and hockey, so A will not be correct because A is not playing hockey, so this is wrong. Football, basketball and hockey, so here you can see B is playing football and hockey but not basketball, so this is also wrong. C is not at all playing football, so this is also wrong. Then D is playing football, hockey and basketball, so correct option would be option D, that is option A, that is D is playing football, basketball and hockey. ठीक, which game do B, C and D play? B, C and D play, so there would be a common game जो B, C और D तीनों खेल रहे हैं, तो B, C, D, फुटबॉल तो C नहीं खेल रहा है, so football is wrong. क्रिकेट B, C खेल रहे हैं, D नहीं खेल रहे, क्रिकेट is also wrong, right? फुटबॉल भी नहीं होगा, क्रिकेट भी नहीं होगा. Here you can see B, C and D, all three are playing hockey, then correct option would be hockey. And here also you can see कि B is not playing basketball, even though C and D are playing basketball, so basketball will also not be correct, so the correct option would be hockey. So hockey is option B, that is hockey. Fine. कोई प्रॉब्लम यहां तक? कोई डाउट? नहीं. चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. This question is asked in the year 2013. So let's read the question. 7 men A, B, C, D, E, F and G are standing in a queue in that order. मतलब ऑलरेडी ये दिया हुआ है ऑर्डर. क्या ऑर्डर दिया हुआ है कि इसी ऑर्डर में खड़े हैं A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These 7 men are standing in a queue in that order. तो ये आपको यहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन है, in that order. वो इसी ऑर्डर में खड़े हुए हैं A, B, C, D, E, F, G. ठीक है. Each one is wearing a cap of a different color. What are the colors? Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. ठीक है. D is able to see in front of him green and blue but not violet. E can see violet and yellow but not red. G can see caps of all colors other than orange. If E is wearing an indigo colored cap, then the color of the cap worn by F is. ठीक है. तो इसमें क्या पूछ रहा है कि everybody, each one is wearing a cap of a different color. That means there are 7 persons, so there would be 7 color cap. Cap will be having 7 different colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everybody is wearing a different colored cap. अच्छा, इसका क्या मतलब है? D is able to see in front of him and but not violet. तो कुछ कलर्स को वो see कर पा रहा है, कुछ को नहीं कर पा रहा है. तो ये बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट है. अगर आप थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाओगे आपको समझ आ जाएगा कि कोई कौन सा कलर देख सकता है और कोई कौन सा कलर नहीं देख सकता है. How will we find it? कि let's say I am a person. Some people are in front of me, कुछ बैक साइड में खड़े हैं और मैं ऐसे खड़ा हुआ हूं. ठीक है. मैंने कोई कैप पहन रखी है, सामने वाले ने कैप पहन रखी है, उसके आगे वाले ने भी कैप पहन रखी है, पीछे देयर आर पीपल हु आर वियरिंग कैप. अब मैं आई कैन नॉट टर्न बिहाइंड, राइट? सो आई जस्ट बिकॉज इन अ क्यू डिसिप्लिन में खड़ा हूं ऐसे. सो व्हाट विल आई सी? I will see the colors of the caps of the people who are standing in front of me. If there are 3 people, I can see just like this. Okay, green, blue, red, like this I can see. I cannot see the color of the caps of the people who are standing behind me. जो पीछे खड़े हैं उनका भी नहीं देख पाऊंगा मैं कि which color caps they are wearing. And if I am wearing a cap myself, मैं यहाँ पे ऐसे पहने हूँ, I cannot see what color cap I am wearing. कैप तो यहाँ पे है, मुझे नहीं पता है, unless or until I will remove it. So ऐसा कुछ दिया नहीं हुआ है. So there are 2 conditions. First, I can see the colors of the caps of only those people who are standing in front of me, but I cannot see the cap of the people there will be two type of such people. First, those who will be standing behind me, and second, myself. I myself cannot see my cap, the color of my cap. ठीक है? So if this is the case, so if we just make a table कि ये color की है, if E is wearing an indigo colored, तो direct information दी है कि E is wearing an indigo colored cap. E is wearing an indigo colored, and we need to find the cap of F. F की cap find करनी है. ठीक. Now it is given D is able to see in front of him green and blue. If D is here, first is A, then B, then C, then D, then E, then F, F, D. If D can see the caps of green and blue color, that means the persons with green cap and blue cap are standing in front of D. अगर मैं D हूं तो मेरे आगे कोई green वाला खड़ा है, कोई blue वाला खड़ा है. F मेरे से पीछे खड़ा है. So F can also see these people, green and blue, right? Green and blue, क्योंकि इसके आगे खड़े हैं. That is, F can also see कि ये लोग green and blue वाले उसके सामने खड़े. Because if these people are standing in front of D, then obviously they will be standing in front of F also, because F is behind D. ठीक है? So if I am D, this is green color person, this is blue color person, then F is here, then F can also see कि ये blue वाला है and this is a green वाला person. ठीक है? तो F cannot have the cap color of green and blue. Why? Because ये दोनों तो इसके आगे खड़े हैं कहीं पे. But not violet. But not violet. That is, it is said that D cannot see violet color. It means either D is wearing violet or D के पीछे anybody is wearing violet. ठीक है? I'm not sure whether F is wearing violet or E is already given, or G is wearing violet or D is wearing violet. But it is we can see कि D से आगे वाले violet नहीं है. Then we cannot remove the possibility of F wearing violet color, क्योंकि D is not able to see. So I don't know who is wearing violet. So okay, इसको हम थोड़ा सा स्टार बना लेते हैं. इसको हम information नोट रखते हैं कि इसका भी यूज नहीं हुआ है. E can see violet and yellow but not red. अच्छा, अब now it is say कि E can see violet and yellow. E is again in front of D. If E is able to see the violet and yellow color, then obviously F will also be seeing violet and yellow. That is, F is not wearing violet and yellow. ठीक है? But it's not red. E is not able to see red. अच्छा, E is not able to see red, then there are two possibilities. Either E is wearing red और E के पीछे वाला कोई red पहने हुआ है. Now you can see कि E is wearing indigo. So E cannot wear red. That means either F is wearing red or G is wearing red. Did you get this point? Yes or no? What is given? E can see violet and yellow. मतलब E के आगे violet and yellow वाले खड़े हैं. That is, F के आगे होंगे वो लोग. That is, F will be able to see violet and yellow. That means F, whatever cap F is wearing, the color is definitely not violet and yellow. तो वो मैंने कर लिया. Now it is it says E cannot see red. E cannot see red. That means either E is wearing red, खुद की कैप नहीं दिखाई दे रही, या पीछे वाला कोई रेड पहने हुए है. अब in the question it is given कि E is wearing indigo. E is wearing indigo. That is, रेड कौन पहन सकता है? या तो E या उसके पीछे वाले, बट E ने पहना नहीं है. E is wearing indigo. So who can wear red? E के पीछे वाले. तो there are two people who are behind E, that is F and G. So either F is wearing red or G is wearing red. Now the law of abstraction, G can see caps of all colors other than orange. So what does that mean? कि G सबसे पीछे खड़ा है, तो obviously G can see the color of everybody's cap except himself. अपनी खुद की नहीं देख पाएगा, सारी देख पाएगा. तो it is said that G cannot see the color orange cap. That means वो खुद orange पहने हैं, otherwise he would have seen orange. He can see the cap of everybody. So that means G is wearing orange. And here we have written this कि red can be worn either by F or G, but G is orange, so G is not wearing red. Then the only possibility of wearing the red colored cap is with F. That is, F, the color of the cap of F is red. The color of the cap worn by F is red. Option C. कोई doubt? नहीं, इसमें ऐसा कोई डाउट की बात नहीं है. ठीक है, तो जस्ट एक कॉन्सेप्ट था कि हु कैन वियर हुज कैप एंड हु कैन नॉट वियर हुज कैप, मतलब कौन किसकी कैप नहीं देख सकता है और कौन किसकी कैप देख सकता है. इतना ही कॉन्सेप्ट अप्लाई करना था. एंड दिस इज थिंग कि इन दैट ऑर्डर, दैट मीन्स ये ऐसे ही ABCDEFG क्लाउड में लगे एंड यहां से आप पॉसिबिलिटीज रिमूव करते जाओगे एंड देन यू विल बी एबल टू फाइंड एवरीथिंग. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. This question has been asked in the year 2012, sorry. So the question is, examine the following statements. Either A and B are of the same age or A is older than B. Either C and D are of the same age or D is older than C. B is older than C. So the first statement, if we want to write it in the greater than or smaller than form, then A and B are of the same age or A is older than B. That is, A is greater than or equal to B. What does that mean? A या तो B से बड़ा है, either A is older than B or A is equal to B. Same thing. Either A and B are of same age or A is older than B. Either C and D are of the same age or D is older than C. D is greater than or equal to C. Because we have chosen this greater than sign, then we'll write the same sign, greater than. And B is older than C. B is older than C. Right? A is greater than or equal to B, D is greater than or equal to C, and B is older than C. So this is wrong. This is not right. Kyun? B is older than C, it is said. It is not said that B can be equal to C. So this is right. There is no equivalent sign. So which of the conclusion can be drawn? So if we combine these two, B, C, D, C, we cannot compare these two first. Why? Because यहाँ पे A, B and C, D or pole are different. So we can take either this one, D greater than or equal to C, B greater than C. So if we combine these two, then we can see D is greater than or equal to C, B is greater than C. तो we are not sure कि क्योंकि C D C से बड़ा है, B C से बड़ा है, but we are not sure about B and D. तो इससे कोई conclusion नहीं निकलेगा, तो इसको हटा दो. If let's say this one, A greater than B and B greater than C. So if this is the condition, then obviously we can conclude B is always greater than C and A is greater than or equal to B. That means A is greater than or equal to B greater than C. This is our conclusion. And the other thing left is D greater than or equal to C. Here you can see that B is greater than C and A is greater than or equal to B. That means A is greater than or equal to B or greater than or equal to C. Then you can see that yes, A is always greater than C. If we see this condition, A is always greater than C. That means A is older than C, that we can see accurately. A is older than C. So A is older than B, we cannot tell. Why? Because it is greater than or equal to. It might be older than B or it is equivalent to B. B and D are of the same age. No, we cannot find any information between the relation of about the relation of B and D. तभी तो we cannot find any conclusion. कि B और D में कौन सा बड़ा है? No. D is older than C. No, we cannot say because it is given D is either older than C or equivalent to C. So this is also wrong. And then A is older than C. Yeah, we can see because A is greater than or equal to B, but B is always greater than or equal to C. That means conclusion is A is greater than C always. So A is older than C. Yes, this option is correct. ठीक है? correct? Now, okay, this question is asked in the year 2012. So if we see, three persons A, B and C wore shirts of black, blue and orange colors, not necessarily in that order, and pants of green, yellow and orange colors, that is also not necessarily in that order. No persons wore shirt and pants of the same color. So this is one important point कि no person wore shirt and pants of the same color. किसी की शर्ट ग्रीन कलर की है तो उसका पैंट ग्रीन कलर का नहीं हो सकता. So that इसका ये मतलब है कि no person wore shirt and pants of the same color. Further it is given and they have given you some conditions, and there are how many persons? 3 persons, A, B and C. So again you can see there are so many variables: shirt, pant, their colors, then persons. So you need to map everything. And how will you map? You will make a table. So what will we do? We will just make a table here. So I will make a new slide because the table would be something big. So okay, so 3 persons A, B and C. So in the table the first column will be of persons, then shirts, then pants, and the color of the shirt is black, blue and orange. So if this is shirt, this is pant, color of shirts are black, blue, orange, and color of pant is green, yellow and orange. Green, yellow, orange. And the persons are A, B and C. So अब इसमें आप देख रहे होंगे कि black, blue, orange, green, yellow, orange. So there is only one color is common, that is orange, which is coming in both shirts and pants. ठीक है? And that one statement is given at the end: no persons wore shirt and pants of the same color. तो shirt and pant का color same नहीं हो सकता. That we need to remember. A did not wear shirts of black color. A did not wear shirts of black color. Good. Then B did not wear of blue color. B did not wear the shirt of blue color. ठीक है. C did not wear shirt of orange color. Orange color. ठीक है. A did not wear pants of green color. A did not wear pants of green color. B wore pants of orange color. Orange color. So these many informations have been given, and वो C के about पूछ रहे हैं, what are the colors of the pant and shirt worn by C. ठीक है. So now if we see कि what informations are available, so you can see ये इतनी मैंने information दी है. अच्छा, एक information we can extract from the given info. क्या? B is wearing orange pant. That means if B is wearing orange pant, then B cannot wear orange shirt. Why? Because it is given that shirt and pant color cannot be same. B is wearing orange color pant, then the color of the shirt of B cannot be orange. Then the only option left with B is he can wear only black shirt, right? Now if we see this C cannot wear orange. So C will be having only one option. Either it can wear black or blue. But B is wearing black, so it can also not wear black. It will only wear blue, right? And it is said कि black, blue and orange colors के पहने हुए हैं. मतलब जो भी colors अवेलेबल हैं, हर कोई डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कलर की पहने हुए. इट इज नॉट द केस कि बी ने भी ब्लैक पहन ली तो सी ने भी ब्लैक पहन ली. एवरीबडी इज वेयरिंग अ डिफरेंट कलर बिकॉज ब्लैक, ब्लू एंड ऑरेंज में लोग दिख रहे हैं. तो इफ वन इज ब्लैक देन अनदर विल बी ब्लू एंड देन अनदर विल बी ऑरेंज. टू पर्सन्स कैन नॉट वियर सेम कलर शर्ट और पैंट. ठीक है. अच्छा, नाउ इफ वी सी A is having, A cannot wear black, then A will be having only two options. Either it can wear blue or orange. But blue is already worn by C, so it cannot wear blue. Then it can wear only orange. So A is wearing orange shirt. Acha. Now you can see if A is wearing orange shirt, then he cannot wear orange pant. Why? Because it is given that shirt's color and pant's color cannot be same. So if A is wearing orange shirt, then he cannot wear orange pant. Then the only option he will be having to wear the pant with yellow color. ठीक है. Now if we see कि B is wearing orange color, that is it is not wearing green or yellow. So if we see the candidate C, it cannot wear orange because it is worn by B, and it cannot wear yellow because it is worn by A. So the only option available with C is to wear the pant of green color. So the question is asking about the pants and shirt worn by C. तो C का पैंट एंड शर्ट, पैंट का कलर है उसके ग्रीन एंड शर्ट का कलर है इसके ब्लू. सो यू ऑल्सो नीड टू सी कि ग्रीन एंड ब्लू और ब्लू एंड ग्रीन कौन सा ऑप्शन दिया है. So it is first asking about pant, then shirt, then what will you do? You will first write the color of pant and then shirt. So the pant is of the color green and shirt is blue, so green and blue would be the option B. Green blue. कई बार ये कंफ्यूजन हो जाता है कि पैंट एंड शर्ट पूछा जा रहा है, हमने शर्ट एंड पैंट लिख दिया. इफ बिकॉज यहां पे तो कंफ्यूजन नहीं होगा. इफ दे गिव यू अनदर ऑप्शन E, ऑप्शन इज ब्लू एंड ग्रीन, then at the last step you should not do the mark the incorrect option. आपको देखना है कि which color is being asked first, पैंट का या शर्ट का. जो भी है उसका कलर पहले लिखना है. ठीक है. Now we will see the next question. So the question is, Geeta is prettier than Sita but not as pretty as Rita. Then they have given you four options, and this question was asked in the year 2012. So Geeta, Sita and Rita. So we need to find the relationship between the beauty of Geeta, Sita and Rita. So it is said, so if we write Geeta as G, Sita as S and Rita as R, then Geeta is prettier than Sita but not as pretty as Rita. That is, Geeta is prettier than Sita. So we wrote Geeta is prettier than Sita. Fine, this is greater than sign. But not as pretty as Rita. What does that mean? इसका मतलब Rita is prettier than Geeta, right? Geeta is prettier than Sita, that is okay, but not as pretty as Rita. That is, Geeta is less prettier than Rita. That is, Rita is prettier than Geeta. So if we add these two and if we find the combined statement, then we can see Geeta is prettier than Sita. Sita से ज्यादा pretty Geeta है and Geeta से ज्यादा pretty Rita है. That is, Rita is prettier than Geeta. So this would be the final thing. That is, Rita is prettier than Geeta is prettier than Sita. So what are the options? Sita is not as pretty as Geeta. No, Sita is prettier than Geeta. This is wrong. Sita is not as pretty as Geeta. That is, Geeta is prettier than Sita. No. Sorry. So we'll just see the option again. So what is asked? Sita is not as pretty as Geeta. Okay. So Sita is not as pretty as Geeta. So you can see Sita is not as pretty as Geeta. That means Geeta is prettier than Sita. And we can see Geeta is prettier than Sita. So yes, this option is right. Sita is prettier than Rita. Is it so? Sita is prettier than Rita. No, Rita is prettier than Sita. This option is wrong. Rita is not as pretty as Geeta. that is Rita is not as pretty as Geeta means Geeta is prettier. But we can see Rita is the prettiest of all. Rita is prettier than Geeta and Sita both. So this statement is also wrong. And Geeta is prettier than Rita. No, Rita is prettier than Geeta. So anyway, Rita सबसे ज़्यादा pretty है. तो ये भी गलत है. Then the option would be option A. That is Sita is not as pretty as Geeta. ठीक है? Next question. So again, this question was asked in the 2012. Examine the following statements. Rama scored more than Rani. Rani scored less than Ratna. Ratna scored more than Rama. Padma scored more than Rama but less than Ratna. ठीक है? So again, less than, more than, ये वाले जो क्वेश्चन आते हैं ना, उसमें क्या करना है? उसमें ग्रेटर देन या स्मॉलर देन इसके साइन का यूज करना है. एंड नेक्स्ट थिंग इज इफ यू हैव यूज्ड आइदर दिस साइन और दिस साइन whatever at the first place, then you will adjust all the statements so that you use either this or this in all the statements. ठीक है? Then it would be easy for you to compare all the statements and to reach to the final conclusion. Okay, so it is Rama scored more than Rani. Rama scored more than Rani. Rani scored less than Ratna. So अब we have used this greater than sign. Then in the next statement also we need to use that greater than sign. So Rani scored less than Ratna. That is Ratna is scoring more than Rani. बहुत बढ़िया. Then Ratna scored more than Rama. So Ratna is scoring more than Rama. बहुत बढ़िया. Padma scored more than Rama. But less than Ratna. Padma scored more than Rama but less than Ratna. मतलब Ratna is scoring more marks than Padma. Right? So these are the four conditions are given in the question. Statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 and statement 4. So if we combined if we see these statements, Rama is greater than Rani, Ratna is greater than Rani. So you cannot tell the relationship between Rama and Ratna, but it is already given that Ratna is greater than Rama and Rama is greater than Rani. So if we add these three, we can find that Ratna is greater than Rama, but Rama is greater than Rani. अगला बचा है Ratna is greater than Padma, greater than Rama. So अब इस स्टेटमेंट से इन दोनों स्टेटमेंट को अगर मैं देखूं, what I can find कि रानी से बड़ी रमा से बड़ा रत्ना से बड़ी रत्ना. Here we can see Padma is greater than Rama. Padma is greater than Rama. So if we combine both statements, then Ratna will be eldest. Your not eldest scored. So Ratna is scored the highest. Then you can see in Padma and Rama, if we compare, we are getting that Padma is scoring more than Rama. So Padma will be at the second place. Then it would be Rama. And the last would be Rani. That is who is scoring the least. So this is the correct chronology. That is Ratna is scoring the highest, then Padma, then Rama and then Rani. So what they are asking, who scored the highest? So highest is obviously Ratna. So option is option D. Option D, Ratna is scoring the highest. कोई डाउट? तो जब भी कोई ऐसे स्टेटमेंट आपको दिए जाएं वेयर दे आर यूजिंग मोर देन, लेस देन, ग्रेटर देन, स्मॉलर देन, like these statements are given, you just use these signs and you use in such a manner that only one sign is used in all the statements, and then you take 2 or 3 statements according to your comfortability to compare or to reach to your final conclusion. So here if we take this starting 2 statements, so Rama is greater than Rani, Ratna is greater than Rani, then we cannot say anything about Rama and Ratna, the relationship, ki kaun zyada bada hai. Then we went to the third statement, and here you can find that Ratna is scoring more than Rama, and like this. Then we, so from these 3 we got this, and then we again use this 4th statement, and combinedly we got this whole chronology, ki who is scoring more and who is scoring the least. Next question. Okay, so this question was again asked in the year 2012. So आपको दिख रहा होगा कितना बड़ा क्वेश्चन है, थोड़ा सा W, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, everything is written. But believe me, lengthier the question is, easiest that will be. You just need to read the question, make the table in this chapter, different variables को write करो, tick करो अपने हिसाब से, and then you will see that this you will get the answer automatically, and it won't take much time. So 4 political parties, who are the W, X, Y and Z, decided to set up a joint candidate for the coming parliamentary elections. The formula agreed by them was the acceptance of a candidate by most of the parties. 4 aspiring candidates, the candidates are A, B, C and D, approached the parties for their tickets. Very nice. And then A was acceptable to W but not to Z, B was acceptable to Y but not to X, C was acceptable to W and Y in this condition. When candidate B was preferred, this candidate C was preferred this, and candidate this, so who got the ticket? So the important thing here is candidates are A, B, C, D. So you need not to be confused between W, X, Y, Z and A, B, C, D. So candidates are A, B, C, D and political parties are W, X, Y, Z, right? And how you will choose whether a candidate will be given ticket or not? जिस कैंडिडेट को maximum number of political parties will be supporting, who will get that candidate will get the ticket by most of the parties. So you just need to count कि how many parties are supporting one candidate, and whoever will be getting the highest support, that will get the ticket. So अब इसको these many conditions are given. So if we just read the statements, then we will not be able to solve. So what will we do? We will make the table as always. So again, what I'll do, I'll just make a new slide here, and that would be better. Candidates, political parties, W, X, Y and Z. These are the political parties. Candidates are A, B, C, D. Okay, so I have prepared this table. Now I need to fill the informations given. A was acceptable to W but not to Z. A was acceptable to W but not to Z. So like this, then I can understand that tick means it is supporting and it cross means this is not supporting. So A was acceptable to W, yes, but not to Z. B was acceptable to Y but not to X. Y but not to X. C was acceptable to W and Y. C was W and Y, and D was acceptable to W and X. D was acceptable to W and X. W, X. ठीक है. So this information was given in these 4 statements. Now we are given the additional conditions. When candidate B was preferred by W and Z. When candidate B was preferred by W and Z, candidate C was preferred by X and Z. W and Z, X and Z. So when candidate B was preferred by W and Z, then C was preferred by X and Z. यही तो है. When B was preferred by W and Z, then C was preferred by X and Z. Very nice. And candidate A was acceptable to X but not to Y. Candidate A was acceptable to X but not to Y. X but not to Y. ठीक है. So this condition is given कि candidate A was acceptable to X but not to Y. So A was like this. When candidate B was preferred by W and Z, candidate C was preferred by X and Z, and candidate A was acceptable to X but not to Y. Who got the ticket? ये हमें पता करना है. ठीक है. So this is our table and we have written the conditions there. So if we see, if B is preferred by W and Z, if B is preferred by W and Z, then C is preferred by X and Z. X and Z. And A is preferred by X but not Y. और D के बारे में ऐसा कुछ बोला नहीं जा रहा है. So that means कि उसका नाम कुछ एक clear cut information नहीं है. So we can see, so we can count. Candidate A was supported by how many parties? 1 and 2. 2 political parties. B is supported by 1, 2 and 3. 3 parties. C was supported by 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 are supporting C. You can see. And D is supported by only 2. Because it is not said about Y and Z. We don't know whether Y or Z is supporting D or not. So we are not sure. Sure is 2. That 2 parties are supporting D. Two parties are supporting D, that is sure, but we are not sure about the other 2 things. So, which candidate will get the ticket? Obviously C, because it is getting the support of all 4 political parties. So, answer will be option C, that is C. Okay, so who got the ticket? Option C, that is C will get the ticket. Any doubt in this question? I don't think there is any room for any doubt. Simple tha. They have given when candidate B was preferred by this, then A, then they gave the condition for C and A, then you have put and you have counted ki one candidate is preferred by or accepted by how many political parties. We just counted the number and 4 is the highest. So this candidate will get the ticket. So our correct option would be option C. So again, there is one question. This is question asked in the year 2012. Examine the information given in the following paragraph and answer the items that follow. Guest lectures on 5 subjects. What 5 subjects are there? Economics, history, statistics, English and mathematics have to be arranged in a week from Monday to Friday. Week कहाँ से start हो रहा है? Monday to Friday. Only one lecture can be arranged on each day. So this is one important line, that in a week, in a day, will only be one lecture. ऐसा नहीं कि UPSC aspirant की तरह we are studying history, geography, math and science and tech, everything on the same day. No. Here one day, one lecture. Okay. Economics cannot be scheduled on Tuesday. Guest faculty for history is available only on Tuesday. Mathematics lecture has to be scheduled immediately after the day of economics lecture. English lecture has to be scheduled immediately before the day of economics lecture, and then they will be asking some 5 questions. Okay? So what I'll do, again there are subjects, there are days, there are very variables. So what will I do? I will make a table, and table mein first I will fill the direct informations given, I will write the indirect informations on the sides, and then once my direct informations are completed, then I will see कि okay, how can I use this indirect information to fill my table? Okay, so again, this is a big question. So what I'll do, I'll just add a new slide here, and then we will make a table. तो सब्जेक्ट्स एंड डेज का अगर मैं बना लेता हूं, सो सब्जेक्ट्स और डेज में व्हाट आई विल डू, मंडे टू फ्राइडे है, राइट? मंडे, ट्यूसडे, वेंसडे, थर्सडे, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Till Friday there are lectures. Then subjects are economics, history, statistics, English, mathematics. Economics, history, statistics, so there are 1, 2, 3, there is some 2, 3, 4, 5 subjects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subjects, and there are 5 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every day only one lecture will be there. Now we will fill the informations given. Guest lecture on 5 days, this. Economics cannot be scheduled on Tuesday. That is, economics cannot be scheduled on Tuesday. Okay. Guest faculty for history is available only on Tuesday. तो जिस दिन guest faculty होगी उसी दिन तो history का subject होगा या वो subject होगा. तो history is available only on Tuesday. History on Tuesday. Mathematics lecture has to be scheduled immediately after the day of economics lecture. So क्या बोल रहा है? Mathematics lecture has to be scheduled immediately after the day of economics lecture. That means economics lecture के बाद होगा mathematics. That is, if economics is getting done on Monday, then mathematics will be on Tuesday. So mathematics will lecture will be after the economics lecture. So you can see that this information I cannot use right now here, because I don't know on which day this economics or mathematics will be there. So what I did, I wrote this condition on the sides, and I will use once my direct informations are completed. Then English lecture has to be scheduled immediately before the day of economics lecture. That is, economics के पहले कौन सा होगा? English. So you can see that these 3 lectures will happen on the consecutive days. That is, first there will be English, then economics, then mathematics. Let's say this is on Monday, then this will be on Tuesday, and this would be on Wednesday. If this is on Tuesday, then economics would be on Wednesday and mathematics will be on Thursday. So like this will happen. Now you need to fill the informations. Acha, history is on Tuesday, then no other subject will be on Tuesday. So if now you need to fill, first will be English, then economics and mathematics, and these will be on consecutive days. So if English is on Monday, then economics should be on Tuesday. Then no, English cannot be on Monday. So first I'll find this English lecture, because if I find English lecture, then the next 2 days will be economics and mathematics. So I can English देख लेता हूँ. If I find English, then I can find other 2. ठीक है. So if English is on Monday, then economics will be on Tuesday. No, Tuesday is history. That is wrong. Tuesday is already booked. Then if Wednesday it is English, then economics will be on Thursday and mathematics will be on Friday, right? इफ इंग्लिश इज नॉट ऑन वेंसडे, इट इज ऑन थर्सडे. अगर इंग्लिश थर्सडे होता तो इकोनॉमिक्स विल बी ऑन फ्राइडे, तो मैथमेटिक्स कब होता? मैथमेटिक्स तो हो ही नहीं पाता, क्योंकि वी हैव ओनली 5 days इन अ वीक एंड मैथमेटिक्स विल बी आफ्टर इकोनॉमिक्स. सो नो, मैथमेटिक्स इंग्लिश को यहीं पे होना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज आफ्टर इंग्लिश देयर वुड बी इकोनॉमिक्स एंड देन मैथमेटिक्स, एंड मैथमेटिक्स विल बी एट द लास्ट डे ऑफ द वीक. ठीक है, सो वी कैन फाइंड this. So which day is left? Yes, Monday is left. Economics is already done. History is done. Statistics is left, and mathematics is left. No. So we can find statistics will be on Monday. Tuesday को it would be history. Wednesday को it would be English. Thursday को it would be economics, and Friday को it would be mathematics. Right? So this is the table. So only these two statements say I got this information, and then I use this information to fill our table, and then we can see कि we are able to find कि on which day which lecture will be there. Right? So now we'll see the questions. So the first question is, which lecture is scheduled on Monday? Monday को statistics is on Monday. So right, so this is statistics. Then which lecture is scheduled between statistics and English? Between statistics and English, that is Monday is statistics, Wednesday is English, that is Tuesday is history. The option would be history. Which lecture is the last one in the week? Week के last day में, and last day is Friday, Monday to Friday. So that means it is going to ask which lecture is on the Friday. So Friday को कौन सा है? Friday. Mathematics. So mathematics is on Friday. So option would be mathematics. Okay. Next, which lecture is scheduled on Wednesday? Wednesday को English is scheduled on Wednesday. English. And then which lecture is scheduled before the mathematics lecture? So yeah, it is given कि mathematics से पहले कौन सा होगा? Economics. This was given in the question itself. So you, even if you don't calculate, then you can just read, after reading the question you will be able to solve the 5th question of this paragraph. That is mathematics के पहले economics. You can see mathematics is Friday, then Thursday is economics. So the option would be before mathematics it is economics. Got it? Any problem? So I think you have solved this question. This is a very easy question. If anybody wants to note down, you can just note it. This is the table. If you want to note it down, you just note down quickly, then we can move further. So we will see the next question. In 5 flats, one above the other, so 1 2 3 4 5 ऐसे 5 flats हैं. So if this is flat number 1 2 3 4 and this is 5. So if these are 5 flats, one above the other, vertical, live 5 professionals. The professor, first one is professor. Professor has to go up to meet his IAS officer friend. Okay. The doctor is equally friendly to all and has to go up as frequently as go down. Third professional is engineer, and fourth professional is MLA. Flat lives the professor's work. So there are 5 professionals: professor, IAS, doctor, engineer, MLA. So every good professional is living in this society, in these flats. IAS भी रह रहा है, MLA भी रह रहा है, सबको यही रह रहा है, डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, किसी को कहीं और घर नहीं मिला. These all are 5 professionals. Now from the ground floor to the top floor, in what orders do the 5 professionals live? ठीक है, from the ground to top, मतलब जो लास्ट ऑप्शन है that would be top and then here it is ground, top to ground. Now we'll read ये क्या बोल रहा है. The professor has to go up to meet his IAS officer friend. That is, if professor is living here, then IAS officer will be living somewhere above the flat of professors. क्योंकि professor needs to go upstairs to meet IAS. We don't know कि ये immediate है कि नहीं, but we only know कि professor needs to go upstairs to meet IAS officer. The doctor is equally friendly to all and has to go up as frequently as go down. That means doctor जो है, he is friendly to everybody and equal friendship. He doesn't do discrimination. He is an IAS officer or he is a MLA, so I should show more friendship to them. No, he is equal friendship. So what he does, he जिससे जितना मिलने के लिए whatever steps he needs to, be upstairs, he needs to go downstairs the same step. That means he is living in the मिडिल. कि मिडिल में ही पॉसिबल है कि ही अगर 2 फ्लोर नीचे तो 2 फ्लोर ऊपर, 1 फ्लोर नीचे 1 फ्लोर ऊपर. सो दैट मीन्स द डॉक्टर इज एट द मिडिल. सो डॉक्टर 1 2 3 1 2 3. सो थर्ड फ्लैट आउट ऑफ दिस 5 फ्लैट्स, थर्ड विड बी द मिडिल. सो हियर लिविंग द डॉक्टर. The engineer has to go up to meet his MLA friend. So engineer, he needs to go upstairs to meet MLA. And above whose flat lives the professor's friend. So this is a key term. This is not professor, this is professor's friend. When I was viewing this question for the first time, I solved this question with taking that professor. The MLA is going upstairs to meet, or MLA friend above who is living up above the flat of MLA is professor. But no, this is not right. It is written professor's friend. The professor's friend here is, in the first line it is written IAS officer friend. This term is important. You need to find that MLA के ऊपर IAS रह रहा है, not professor. Professor's friend. That's why I always tell to read the question very attentively, because even one word can change the answer of the question, and this one answer can change your life. एक क्वेश्चन से आप बाहर हो सकते हो, एक क्वेश्चन से आप अंदर हो सकते हो. So that's why I always tell you need to be very focused while reading the question. ठीक है, तो what it says, to meet his MLA friend above whose flat lives the professor. So MLA के just ऊपर is living the professor's friend, that is IAS. So we have these conditions, and professor needs to go up to IAS. Engineer has to go to upstairs to meet MLA, and MLA के ऊपर कौन रह रहा है? IAS. So if we see at the top floor, who will be living from these two conditions? If IAS is living here, no, क्योंकि इसके नीचे कोई फ्लोर ही नहीं है, IAS के नीचे MLA रह रहा है. If IAS is here, then here would be MLA. But then how engineer will go upstairs to meet MLA, and how professor will go upstairs to IAS? That is not possible. That is, IAS and MLA will not be here. If IAS is here, so the just below the IAS flat will be the flat of MLA, not doctor. So IAS cannot be here. So IAS can only be here, and below the flat of IAS we will be having the flat of MLA. Right? Then engineer needs to go upstairs to meet MLA. So here would be engineer, and at last would be professor. It can also be vice versa कि प्रोफेसर यहाँ हो, इंजीनियर यहाँ पे हो, but that doesn't matter. We know the first three: IAS, MLA, doctor. So the option would be IAS, MLA, doctor. So the option would be option D. Here it can be engineer professor or engineer professor, like this, because nothing is said about engineer and professor, the relationship between engineer and professor, that is whose flat is above whose. Okay, but if we got the top three, then we know, yeah, the option would be correct D, because in all other options MLA is at the top, which is not right. IAS officer should be at the top of the building, that is whose flat is the at the top. ठीक है? So this question was asked in the year 2012. This is a very easy question. You just need to make this kind pictorial diagram from the, what is table? Table is also kind of pictorial representation to make you even more aware. You can see the question more, clearly to find out the solution. So we'll move on to the next question. In a queue, Mr. X is 14th from the front and Mr. Y is 17th from the end. Okay, it is not from the top. While Mr. Z is exactly between Mr. X and Mr. X, and Mr. X is ahead of Mr. Y. Mr. X, Mr. Y. Mr. X and Mr. Y, and Mr. X is ahead of Mr. Y, and there are 48 persons in the queue. How many persons are there between Mr. X and Mr. Z? So what is asking? While Mr. Z is exactly in between Mr. X and Mr. Y, and Mr. X is ahead of Mr. Y. So I think there is something missing here. It would be Mr. X and Mr. Y, and Mr. X is ahead of Mr. Y, and there are 48 persons in the queue. How many persons are there between X and Y? So that is, it is said that Mr. X is 14 from the front and Mr. Y is 17 from the end. Mr. Z is exactly in between X and Y. So if this is X, so because this is ahead of Y, this is X, this is Y, then here this would be midpoint mein hoga Z. And there are how many people? Total there are 48 persons. So if we see Mr. X is 14th from the front, if this is Mr. X, he is 14th from the front, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, he is at 14th. Here would be somewhere Mr. Z, and here it is Y. Acha, Y is 17th from the end. If Y is 17th from the end, then what would it be ranking from the front? In one of the lectures I have told you कि अगर कोई चीज end से दी हो तो हमें उसका फ्रंट रैंक निकालने के लिए what will we do? What I will do, let's say end ranking दी है, ठीक है, we need to find front ranking. तो front ranking is equal to total plus 1 minus end ranking. That is, the clear formula is front plus end, front ranking plus end ranking is equal to total number of students or persons plus 1. This is the formula I have told you. How did we get this? Let's say there are, for example, there are 5 people, 5 persons, N, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say one person A is here, A. So A का end से rank क्या होगा? End ranks होगा इसका 2, last से second है ना, second from the last. Top से इसका rank क्या है? If we count 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And how many total persons are there? 5. This is total. So if we know the ranking of A from the end, here it is second, we don't know, let's say we don't know the ranking of front, then total 5 students plus 1. So from here we can find the front ranking will be 5 plus 1 6 minus 2 4. Are we getting 4? Yes, 1 2 3 4 is front. That is this option. This formula is correct. This is not actually a formula. This is just one thing कि एक extra आ जाता है. Last rank second is fourth from the top. 1 2 1 2 3 4. So if you know, इसको आप directly भी indirectly भी आप सोच के कर सकते हो. You can make this formula on your own once you will be thinking. But sorry, these kind of questions have been asked earlier. They have given you the end ranking, you need to find the front ranking, or they have given you the front ranking and then you need to find end ranking. So you know, from wasting the time there to think about this, you just remember this formula. This will be very handy for you. तो इसको बस याद कर लो. So it is already given कि y is 17th from the end. So if y is 17th from the end, then the front ranking of y कितना हो जाएगा? y का front ranking कितना होगा? Total there are 48 persons plus 1 minus 17, 49 minus 17, that is 30. Y is 17 from the bottom, this is 32. Am I correct? So y का ranking top से कितना हो जाएगा? 32. टॉप से 32 नंबर पे है, तो नीचे से 17th. How did we get this formula? Front, this is end, front is equal to total 48 plus 1 minus front ranking, end ranking 17. So the top ranking is 32. Now it is given that Z is between X and Y. Z is between X and Y. This is at 14th place, this is at 32th place, then Z will be at mid 34 plus 20, 32 by 14 plus 32 by 2, 46 by 2, that is 23rd. Z is at the place 23rd. How did we get 23rd? X is at 14th, this is at 32, mid. So mid would be the sum divided by 2 of this 14 and 32. Or we can do like this, this is at 14 number, this is at 32 number. So in between 32 and 14, there will be 18 students. So Z would be the 9th student divided by 2. So 14 plus 9, that is Z will be the 23rd student. 33rd in third place. Okay. Now it is asking how many persons are there between Mr. X and Mr. Z. How many persons are there between Mr. X and Mr. Z? Mr. X is at 14th place. Sorry. Mr. X is at 14th place. Mr. Z is at 23rd place. So between 14th and 23, we will be having 23rd minus 14 minus 1. That is 8 students. Why we did this minus 1? Because when we will subtract 23rd minus 14, then 23rd will also be counted. That is Z, when we will subtract these two, Z and X, 23rd minus 14, then the student Z will also be counted. But it is asking the number of students between X and Z. That is Z and X के बीच के केवल Z और X काउंट नहीं किया जा रहा है. तो that is Z is counted extra. That is why we did minus 1, that is 8. Or we can do, if X is at 14th and Z is at 23rd, then the number of the student, कौन सा number student बीच में रहेंगे? 15th, 16th, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 and not 23, because 23 is Z. So how many students are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or simply like this, here this minus 1 is mandatory and you need to understand why I did this minus 1. Because Z will be also be counted if we subtract these two. Right? So how many students are there between Mr. X and Mr. Z, or how many persons? 8. So option will be C option, option 8. So any doubt? Okay. So we have covered this topic of ordering and sequencing. There were how many questions? Approximately 62 questions were there in this topic from the year 2011 to 22. This makes this topic very important. I have covered all the previous year questions which have been asked till now. My suggestion would be कि after watching this video, you try to solve the question on your own and find कि where are you lagging, which are the parts where you are repeatedly doing the mistakes. Make that list and please let us know if you face any difficulty in any question. The trick to solve the questions of this topic is practicing. The amount of practice you will do in this topic, the probability would be increasing कि आप एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन सही करेंगे. And believe me, if you will be doing these questions, if you watch my lecture, then I don't think you will be having any difficulty in the upcoming exams of CSAT. So we have concluded this lecture. We will meet on the next lecture. Till then, study hard, work very hard, and thank you so much for watching my video.